outside.
The Why He Told Conspiracy video part 2, Tay 600. So I'm not going to get over the grey hoodie and some of the subliminal stuff with the Mickey Mouse hat and all of it when it comes to referring to Little Durk, that song being about Little Durk. But let's look at Tay 600. Let's focus on this guy, because I can't help but notice that he and the guy in Why He Told has the exact same look. And even when you listen to the way this guy speaks here and his mannerism and everything, and he's constantly smoking in all the interviews and stuff, I feel like he's saying way too much, right? And not just that, let's go to 600 Breezy and him saying 100% he saw the statement along with other people and stuff in the Why He... I ask you if it's true. You told me, nah little bro, what you lying for? You had me crying, bro. Coulda did that time. Everybody was calling him a snitch. Mimo banned him from the O, and not just that, but in the song, Von was like, he might just be the one to take me out, and he point to his head, yeah. So that means that he knows things about Von that he can give to the feds and tell to the feds so they can take him out. And that would make sense, because when you look at the whole scenery and the whole setup of them being in the house and everything, eating, smoking, doing all that stuff, he's got on the OTF chain. That means he was part of O Block and everything. And he asked him, was it true? And he lied to him, like, could have did that time. And 600 Breezy coming out and saying he definitely saw the statement. Obviously, I think Von would have believed 100% what the guys were saying. Von would have believed 100% what the guys were saying. But at the same time, he loved him, and he probably told him a few things. He probably went, on hits with him and all of that. And you can see where that bond comes in. You can see where that bond comes in, and you could also see the vision that's so identical to the situation, right? You can see that vision in the Why He Told video. Tay 600, he has been present for 5 bodies. Apparently he banged out the thing at over 20 people. So this would actually make sense. Him and Von, him knowing certain things about Von, probably connected to a couple bodies and stuff, and then him, being the snitch and all of it, and him telling in that case, right? Man, I don't know why he told. He was realer than full. I don't know how he fooled. So that would make perfect sense, right? Even this bit right here where he's walking and he's constantly looking over his back, that is kind of a real thing as well, because that's what people were doing to him, and people were like, oh, he's banned from the O and all of that. And when Von was in the room and basically this part right here, I wonder when he getting out, who he gonna hang with now? Man, this dude dangerous now. He might end up taking me out. He might end up taking me down. This right here, I think, is very solid too. It relates to the case, right? With him being let go from that situation, the other 2 guys getting 40 and 39 years. Then Von was like, you had me crying, bro, because I felt like what the people were doing to him and how they were treating him and stuff, and Von couldn't hang around him, so that kind of hurt Von as well, because Von loved him and he loved his sister, right? So that would make perfect sense that you had me crying, bro, could have did that time, bro. It actually looks like this Why He Told video might be about 600 Tay. Like, you can't look past how this guy looks identical to 600 Tay. But at the same time, let's talk about the case with Little Durk. So Von made this track here. Well, that's the thing. People were saying he were writing when he were inside, right? So that means that he probably wrote that at some point back in the day, I would assume. So it would make perfect sense that it would be about Tay 600 because of him not being able to chill around Tay. And even Tay said in this interview that obviously he couldn't do a song with him because his name was bad and all of it. And that, we could actually see where this is going now. You took the easiest route. I wonder who he's gonna hang with now. Man, this dude dangerous now. That right there should let you know we could have figured it out. You took the easiest route. So the why he told as well, yeah, it's crazy because Vaughn is actually showing someone actually telling, so that means he has solid proof of that person actually telling. When I heard 600 Breezy saying that he saw the paperwork, he saw everything on that paper, and it said Tay 600 told them guys, them people did it, told the guys, them lot did it. So that's 100% solid proof from the guys that this guy actually told, and that's why he got out, and that's why he got out, and they got 39 and 40 years. But Tay 600 is trying to say he didn't do that. Some girls told on them, and yeah, like he's basically been forever trying to defend his name from that situation, right? But for some reason it's just not happening. And you guys saw the video I showed you in part 1 with Vaughn, where he's saying that if you're hearing something about someone in the hood so many times, then it have to be true. And I can relate to that as well. But at the same time, like, you know how it is in the hood, right? Like sometimes people just, you know, say stuff and then it sticks with you. It doesn't have to be true. They can hear a rumor that goes around and then they can start calling you by that name and it sticks with you. So it makes perfect sense with them calling him like a snitch and stuff, and then years down the line that's sticking with him and everyone thinking he's a snitch, even if it came out that he did not snitch in the paperwork, that he did not say anything. Why was he let out then? It's too much of a coincidence that these guys got all this time but he is out on the streets. And him and Vaughn having this relationship where they used to chill with each other, hang out and everything. You know, the OTF chain, he was part of the gang and everything. And that's a big thing as well, because that means he was, when I saw that he actually was present for 5 bodies. So, man, you done turn witness now. It makes perfect sense. Like, man, you done turn witness now. The Why He Told conspiracy video. This video is 80% about Tay 600. It was written back then around that whole situation, but him putting the video together, that's a second thought. The other 20% is about Little Durk, and it's about the second thought that was put into this video. Why He Told could be about Little Durk as well. Because I truly feel like in the case, Little Durk and Vaughn wasn't speaking about the case. Little Durk wasn't telling Vaughn the whole story about the case and everything. So him making this Why He Told video, right, it would basically show Durk how he feels about people telling to probably give him a different idea to make sure that he doesn't make the same mistake, because he can get taken out. Not just that, but he knows how much that would have hurt Vaughn, and that would hurt Vaughn. So I think the Why He Told as well was a kind of warning for Little Durk, as in like, this is how much this has hurt me. I probably ain't even speak to you about it, but I'm putting it down in this song now. So hopefully whatever you're doing with these lawyers and stuff, and whatever you think's gonna happen, take it out of your mind. If you plan on telling, take it out of your mind. And that's what I think the message was about in the Why He Told. And it's definitely about 600 Tay, and it's also about Little Durk, in the sense of warning him, and don't think you're gonna make the same mistake, because this really hurt me what this person did. I literally love this person as a brother, and he might just be the one to take me out, because he knows information about me, and he probably knows everything that I've done, all the bodies that they're pinning on me that people are claiming I did. He knows the real story. Tay 600 knows the real King Vaughn story. Vaughn is so real, guys. It will also make sense that he came up with the title and called it Why He Told, because everyone would have been asking him at the time, is that stuff true? Is that stuff true? You know, the guys say they saw the paperwork and all that stuff. Is it true? And then he's like, ask him, were that stuff true? And you told me, nah, little bro, you had me crying, bro. So it would make perfect sense that he called it Why He Told, because he probably was telling people, man, I don't know why he told, I don't know how he folded, like he was realer than some dudes. This guy banged the thing out behind 20 people. He'd been in the streets, he'd been in the streets, he'd been outside. His sister helped down Vaughn. She did, you know, her own little thing as well for whatever the case is that happened with them and stuff. And the love that was there, you can tell from when you listen to the whole story, you can get a vibe of the love that they both shared, these 3 people shared, right? So the Why He Told video was definitely about Tay 600. It's 80% about him, and the other 20% is, as I said to you guys earlier, telling little Durk, don't even think about doing that. Why don't you just let it go to trial? Because in the video as well, someone read Von's lips and he was basically telling little Durk, just let it go to trial, just let it go to trial. And that's when little Durk was airing him type thing. So I personally, I don't think they ever spoke about the case, and we all know from the video that I showed you guys the other day what we missed in the 21 Savage audio, that little Durk and King Von may have been hanging out together behind the scenes, because, you know, F12 and all of it. So I think that could have been a possibility, but they never spoke about the case, hence why he came out with the subliminal messages in it and stuff, you know, like the pills he had on the side and everything. And, you know, little Durk is known for talking about how, you know, the pills and all of that had him, the perks and everything messed him up. So that would make perfect sense, him putting the subliminals in it, trying to tell little Durk something, because they never really spoke about the case. This is actually proof that him and little Durk never spoke about the case, because the subliminals that matches up little Durk's character. Little Durk would have seen this video and automatically felt offended, automatically felt like he was probably talking about him in a sense, because I know little Durk was obviously checking out Von's music every time he dropped and stuff, and the videos and everything. I think that's something that he would have made a priority, right? So him doing that and making that a priority, that lets you know that he was definitely watching him. And if Von wanted to send a message to him, that's the only way he could have done it, by making something that truly hurt him, right? And little Durk probably know about that situation as well, because he was all part of calling Tay 600 a snitch as well. So even though it might be about Tay 600, the grey hoodie and everything, all of that, if he was smart enough at the time, he would have clocked it instantly, and he would have been like, okay, let me hold back on this case and let me not say too much to, you know, the lawyers and everything, because as Trap House pointed out the other day, the lawyer is deeper in the game than what we actually think. She's not someone that they hired on the spot. She is someone that been in the crew, been in the gang, and they have history together, right? She has history with little Durk and them. So it will make perfect sense of Von sending subliminal messages to little Durk in the track How It Go and the Why He Told video, just putting bits and pieces here and there so little Durk can like, wait, what is that me? Like, what's he doing? And that's where the subliminal messages come in, because he would literally instantly know it's about him. He would be watching something that he done, that he know 100% he did, that he's hiding from Von. Go watch Tay's interviews and go listen to the way he speaks about Von and all the good stuff he had to say about Von. And it's like, that was my brother, he bogus. That was my brother, he bogus. Gotta act like I don't know him. These bars right here is so powerful, yeah. It's based off a true story, and when you look at Tay 600, all his interviews and stuff, his mannerisms, the way he moves, when you listen to what the gang had to say about him and how everyone was against him, even though he was trying to clear his name, and apparently paperwork came out that he did not snitch in that case. It was some girls that did it, right? That's connected to Mimo or something like that. So it would make perfect sense that, and the thing about Von as well is, as people, as everyone's been saying, Von is that person that cares about what his friends done to him. In the part 1 video that I showed you, where Tay is like, Von used to be that person where he would literally hang out with girls and then they would give him money and he would go give it straight to the gang, straight to his friends, that would go straight into the system and, you know, put down on the books and stuff to handle his people. The O block chains, that wasn't something that he did because of clout or anything. The O blockchain is something that he did from his heart. That basically is a pattern that he's been doing for a very long time with all his guys. He likes taking care of them. He likes making sure they're good. Tay 600 knows a lot about Von. Not only that, but he knows more than little Durk. And I feel like they were very solid because of the sister situation and everything. And Tay would have definitely known what Von was about in the street, and he would know 100% what's true and what's put out for the fame.